UCR has nearly 500 clubs. And that can be hard for you if you're trying to figure out which club you want to join. So we've developed something called the Involvement Calculator, or shortened to INCA. What this is essentially a survey that you fill out, and you write down things like any religions you adhere to, your cultural background, your major, your interests, your hobbies, what you did in high school. You fill in all this information, and then we compare that to our list of 500 clubs, and then we write a report back to you. So you'll get an email that says, here's, ideally 10 to 15 clubs that might be right up your alley. Now I want to give you some tips for how to fill this out properly and how to really get the most out of the Involvement Calculator. First, you should be detailed about your interests. So if you like doing community service, tell us what types you've done. Tell us what sort of things you like to do. If you say that you're into politics, tell us really what that means. Give us details because we're trying to sift through 500 and we want to make sure we find the best. Also make sure to list any major or career ideas that you might have. A lot of people say they want academic clubs. That doesn't help us unless you tell us what that means. If you tell us you want to go into pre-law or pre-med, that at least gives us a direction. Consider sharing hobbies that you'd like to learn. Maybe you've never done origami, but that sounds interesting to you. Write it down. Write down languages you might want to learn. Write down anything that might make sense here, and we will see if there's a club that fits that. Lastly, listing cultural ties can actually help us to suggest professional groups. So for example, if you say that you want to go into business, but then you also say that you have a Latino Chicano background, we might say, well, have you thought about the Latino Business Student Association? So there are many, pre-professional groups that are tied to specific cultures and backgrounds. So that will again help us to narrow down and pinpoint groups that you might be interested in. And as always, you can visit highlanderlink.ucr.edu to see all of the clubs. Sometimes we might suggest a few, but again, we are not mind readers. So you might, be browsing and see something that I didn't even think to put that, or I wouldn't have thought that there'd be a club for that. So consider looking through them in addition to filling out the INCA. So if you want to fill this out, go to go.ucr.edu/getinvolved. And you can fill out the form and we will get back to you usually within a week or so. If you have any questions about the INCA, just sound off down in the comments and we'll respond. Thanks for watching.